Hey, good morning. Dr. Sharnael Wolverton Sehon, swiftfire.org, Truth TV. Just a little bit of an update here. If I declared myself the winner of a poker game and then walked away with all the money as the winner without showing any hands, would you demand that my hand would be shown? Yes, you would. You would want to see how I won if I really won. So they don't want to do that because they have a few things to hide. If you have nothing to hide, then there's no reason why not to show your hand, right? So just hang in there, hold the line. The Constitution is on the line in this situation. It's not just money, but it's the principle of the Constitution. It's people's lives. It's America. It's our future. It's our world. And the narrative that they have been going with started a long time ago because the Mockingbird situation's been going on for years. They did a huge test run starting in February, March with the sea, and saw that they were really good at this. That was just a test run. And if you notice, there are still people completely sucked into that narrative. I'm not saying that it worked, because there are actual people who live above the snake line and the vibration that's above that and can connect and have the logic and the understanding to not just take whatever the tube says, what the fake news says, and has that logic and instinct to look at the facts and investigate and research outside of what just someone tells you. Now, I'm seeing across the board people in general with what Carrie Cassidy may call the rebel gene, that authenticity type person that actually doesn't take every single thing at face value just because someone says. They're doing a little more investigating, and they're seeing this as a total mockery. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who haven't been taught to investigate or research on their own, or to actually just think that anyone would be so dishonorable to create a false scenario, and they're just oblivious and or ignorant. And I don't mean that like they're stupid, ignorant in the sense of the true word, which like they just are innocently not knowing, and for whatever reason not even having that pull to go investigate on their own and see what the actual truth is. So number one, they are betting on our creative power. I've talked about that in the last two videos, to create with them this false scenario, this illusion. And as we accept what is said within the tube and the vibration of that, then we are staying in that. We're locked into that timeline. We're locked into that vibration, cancel clear, and we create that in the biofield. The second thing that they're betting on is that there are tons of people who already in the practice run just will believe whatever's said and accept it. And if they do accept that, which they have for years, just taking it on as true without any investigation, then it kind of becomes this scenario where, quote, it's been given, it's been declared, it's a fact, it's happened, cancel clear. And now, so when the investigation actually goes through and the real results are in, they'll feel like it's taken away. And that could cause some issues, because right now they're in celebration mode and feeling like they won and whatever, when nothing's ever even been decided. Nothing's been certified. But it's been said that. And so there's this false understanding and scenario that it is what it is, and it really isn't. until the end. And as I've said before, Gore, it was like 37 days or something before the actual announcement was made. We have plenty of time to find out what's going on. And, I kind of look at it like two parents and one undermining the other, and the children just being in the middle, stuck, like maybe somewhat ignorant of the fact that there's something going on between the parents. But there are two huge timeline wars here, and there are two organizations here. One is for evil, one is for death, one is for decreasing the population, and the other is for life and love and truth and justice and righteousness and being in the right. And not because right makes you better, but because righteousness is a standard, and it's a standard that we should all hold, and that every human being should hold as humans on the planet. I hate that the quote kids are stuck in the middle, and I mean that not only because there are a lot of young adults who just literally don't know, but there's actually just the maturation level of a lot of people who are just absolutely, I guess, just stuck in the scenario and the narrative that's already been given. And same with what happened in March and the sea. They're literally just stuck. And the truth is, the earth itself is changing its frequency. And with that frequency change, there are spikes in the DNA. And anything that's in the DNA that isn't a reflection of God is being surfaced. And so it's coming up. So anything that's deceptive or unjust in any way, or any kind of wounding or what have you that's in the DNA is spiking up, and there is a reaction, or there's a response, and you can either deal with what's coming up, or you can push it back down and wait for it to come in another form. But with the spike, there is this polarization that's happening, and it's really strong, and it's really in your face if you're awake to it. And it is affecting the DNA, and what's happening is the lower frequency is dissolving because the higher frequency is shooting up. And with the lower frequency dissolving, it's like there's a scramble for, it's uncomfortable for everyone who's moving up. And for those who have been stuck, it's uncomfortable because they're needing that connection, and the connection is going away. It's dissolving. And so there can be a big reaction. Now, what can we do? I would just really, really strongly encourage you to continue to keep your eye on the end result of peace, love, justice, righteousness. I really strongly encourage you to read The Art of War. That's been helpful to me. And also to read The Science of Miracles, which I don't have a copy in front of me, but I have one in there. And do what you can to stay in nature and connect with anything that is above the snake line. And if you feel things coming up, whether it's anger or frustration or fear or grief, then give yourself the opportunity to move through it and to transmute that out as much as possible, so you don't have that limbic system reaction, where the limbic system will basically take whatever's not moved out and lodge it back into the body, and then the body will cause dis-ease. So 86% of all dis-ease comes from emotional things that are not dealt with, unresolved issues. And so this is a great opportunity for all of us to rise above this, to stay in love, to love our neighbors, to have a greater grace and understanding for what happened. Now, grace does not mean let people who are evil run rampant and do their thing. It just means you have grace for yourself, take care of yourself, and also just be kind as people are in their process. Anyway, so please stay tuned. I'll have a lot more coming up here. I actually have an interview tonight. Amelia Love is interviewing me on her Instagram, and she is a ex-rapper and definite speaker, coach, life coach, helps lots of people in these areas. And then I have tomorrow, 11/12, I will be interviewing her and young Pharaoh, who is a rapper and also an activist of truth. And they're both amazing. You guys are going to absolutely love them. That'll be here on my Facebook page. It'll be on Twitter. And it'll be on my YouTube. So check those out. I'll put the links in here. That is at 5:30 Central tomorrow. So please spread the word and let people know, because I think you're really going to have a few aha moments with what these guys are going to bring to the table. Also, that's at 5:30 Central tomorrow. And then at 7 p.m. I will have Jason Q, who I think some of you know. And he has got a lot of information. Definitely got a lot of information for what's going on this week. So it's 11/11 today. It's Veterans Day. Thank you everyone who served, and all of the police and military and vets. Prayers to all of you, and please go hug a vet and thank them for their service. And I hope to see you guys very, very soon and talk to you guys later. Just keep the faith, keep your love above the snake line, keep your focus above the snake line. And do me a favor, if you guys are watching any other news channels and or places of resource that have been encouraging and correct, please do post that in this thread so other people can see that the places to get actual true TV, true news of stats that are really happening. That would be great. And continue to pray for our president and all of the people working with him, his family, and everyone who is actually standing up for truth in this situation. So, all right, stay true. You're not truly living unless you're living true. Talk to you soon. Bye.